What is up everybody, MC Hammer, Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video, I want to talk about Rey, guys. So I feel like her value really surged with the new patch, with the new AI fixture, and I want to go back to the roots. I haven't made a guide on Rey, guys, so I feel like it's the perfect moment to bring some light to everybody, because a lot of you guys are sleeping on that champion. She's one of the hardest hitting AoE champion in the entire game. Now, what makes me say that? Because when we're looking at her multipliers, right, it doesn't seem like they're that crazy. 2.5 on the A1, 4.3 on the A2, which is similar with Foley, with Astralon, with the new fusion. Her A3 has a 5.3 multiplier. So what's with all these big fuss, Skratch, right? So I'm gonna explain you that in a second, guys, but we're gonna try her today on two different builds. Either you go full damage on her, either you go CC on her. So right now we have her full damage, but first let's have a quick look at the skills. Now her only minus is her base stats are pretty low, right? Attack, HP, not that crazy. Her defense is pretty good though, but her attack is kind of needy, right? So you need to have a max Great Hall more or less to max a lot of attack on her, have some decent gear. But even if you don't have that maxed Great Hall, even if you don't have that insane gear, this champion is still gonna smack because she has high multipliers. Looking at her skills, her A1 Corrode attacks all enemies, 50% chance to land defense down for 2 turns. We require 5 books in here. Her A2 Arcane Wave on a 4-turn cooldown fully booked attacks all enemies. So was the big fuss? Well, it inflicts 50% more damage against targets under debuffs. And yes, most probably you're gonna take a buff stripper in arena with you, you're gonna take a defense down champion with you before she gets to nuke. So she's gonna inflict 50% more damage, that making her multiplier a 6.45 attack AoE. One of the highest, if not the highest, AoE multiplier in the entire game. I can't remember Tranda's A2, so my bad there because I can't remember it. Her A3 Banish attacks all enemies, removes all buffs, 70% chance to place a freeze debuff for 1 turn, and that's on a 6-turn cooldown. Now, her AoE, her skills, sorry, are on pretty long cooldowns. That's kind of the only thing I feel oof when we're talking about Rey. Her aura increases ally speed in dungeons by 33%. I got lucky enough to get this champion super early. She was like one of my first 6 legendaries, maybe number 5 if I'm not mistaken. And I can tell you guys, she actually helped me so much in the game. The damage and just the AoE attacks, and not to say that speed aura for dungeons was a huge thing for me overall when I started the game long time ago. But we have her built on a Savage set and a crit damage set. Now, don't get intimidated by the gear, guys. Honestly, this champion does hit hard even if you don't have the most insane gear. Now, talking about her total stats. 34,000 HP, 5.8k attack, 2.3k defense, 192 speed, full crit rate, 266 crit damage, no resistance, no accuracy. We went purely for damage on her. This is the weapon right here. Helmet, shield, crit damage gauntlet, attack chest piece, attack boots, attack ring, crit damage amulet, and we have attack banner. And of course, everything is glyphed. Glyphs, they make such a huge difference. Same with the Great Hall. My Great Hall is max, guys. So yeah, I'm showing you a champion well built so you know what a champion does. Let's have a quick look at her masteries. So we have her built on offense and support 3. I could go pretty much on defense as well and get retribution, but I kind of like to go on support. So offense all the way down to tier 6 Helm Smasher, guys. So if I move a bit my head, you can actually see. But these are the masteries we picked on her. Pretty much typical for a Nuker champion. I could, on the other hand, actually, I could get a Cycle of Violence instead of Bring It Down and have a bit of a higher chance of decreasing the cooldowns faster, right? Because I feel like her long cooldowns, they might actually need that. Or if you have refresh accessories, make sure you guys are using that. Let's test a bit her damage on the dragon. So we are currently on stage 23. Much higher HP on the waves compared to stage 20, for example, guys. But let's give it a go and see how she performs here. So you've seen the build already. Pretty solid build, I would say. Now let's do that. Okay, we landed all the debuffs, so let's start with the A2. We're gonna come back to the A3 and A1 afterwards. But her A2, guys, are you ready? 226, 217, and I haven't seen all the numbers to the right, but basically we almost one-shotted everybody on this stage. So let's back out. We are on the test server, so nothing to worry about the energy. We're not wasting nothing because I'm not able to keep the gear anyway. It's just gonna get wasted. But let's give it another go. So we're gonna do another A2 and then we're gonna move to the A3. 242, 283,000. So insane numbers from that A2, guys. Oh, my bad there. Now, yes, Tranda does hit harder with the A2. I'm pretty sure she has slightly higher multipliers, if I remember it correctly. But hey, there are not many champions to hit so hard, you know, that's like the only thing with her, which makes her so amazing. So let's go with the A3. 172, 159. So again, pretty good damage, right, for a skill that removes buffs and freezes as well. Now, it's not really worth it for you to kind of cripple her and build her in between unless you have like pretty solid gear and you are capable to go for that like 500 accuracy, full crit rate and a bit of crit damage and attack. Then she might kill some of the enemies as well rather than just debuff, you know. Let's see her A1. And again, a bit under 100k, fairly decent numbers. Now, is this enough to build a champion? I think it is, honestly. So I have zero regrets for building Rey. At the moment, I'm not using her as much because I have stronger champions. For the dungeon waves, she's not really bringing you much because you're going with Seer, right? Seer is kind of taking over every other champion when you're talking about waves for dungeons. But as a damage dealer, I feel like she's a great champion. And now you can actually keep her on your arena defense and she's gonna use her A2, right? Because we can set the AI on the champions now. So I'm looking for a team that we can outspeed, knowing that my Tranda, knowing that my Arbiter is not on speed gear, right? So I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna work. So we went to the team setup, right? And I actually changed a bit the AI. So I put this as an opener skill rather than the A3. Because we have Madame series in this to run with us. So let's give it a go like this. Now that Krisk might create us some issues, or maybe not. Mountain King survived, but only because he had that accessory, seems like. Or maybe we just didn't dealt enough damage to kill him. We had a tag down from Krisk as well. I haven't really got to see it properly because the game is moving pretty fast. And that was a Swift Mountain King. That's a weird Mountain King, Nico. Whoever you are, Nico, it is a waste to build your Mountain King like this. But let's move over to a different team. This one right here. We have a Duchess in there, which should be pretty tanky. Can we one-shot her? Let's see. Easy. 160k on that Duchess. It's like she never existed. I'm curious how that Velk survived. I haven't really paid attention to Velk. But let me see what other teams we can find. Hopefully this Krisk is not extremely fast. And hopefully we're not gonna weak hit on that Candy. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we had a reaction proccing there on Arbiter. Okay. So we might just lose just because of that Candy proccing Swift Parry as well, yeah? Unfortunately, that's why we just lost that fight there. And the reaction accessories, which by the way are literally everywhere. So if you thought that arena was cancelled just with Swift Parry says before, think about it another time. What other team we can try here? Doesn't seem like that many, but let's give it a go now with the A3 and see what sort of damage he's gonna deal with the A3 on the same. We cannot fight that guy again. We cannot fight that guy again. Hello, Plarian, can we fight anyone at all? There we go. So I'm actually gonna go with her like this. Even if they're taking a turn, they're not that important here. So let's go A3. wipe everybody down except Mountain King. Again, he survived with 50% HP. I don't think it was a weak hit because it doesn't make sense, honestly. I can't see it that fast because I'm looking at in the other direction and I can't really see what exactly happened. But A2, let's see. 48k hit on a frozen enemy. Okay, decent. The main idea with her, why I think her value surges, because you can set the AI. If you want her to deal damage, you put the AI on your defense on the A2. Everybody would expect the A3 because that's kind of like standard, what people got used to, you know. So that might give you the benefit of the doubt to say like this. This team seems pretty weak. I'm not even going to take a Madame Series in there. Let's see. Do I have enough accuracy to remove the buffs on that team? I don't really need to. We got a weak hit there. It's fine. We took them down anyway with the A3 without defense down. For her A2, she does require to have a defense down, weaken, or some sort of debuff in order to slap that hard. If she doesn't have a debuff on the enemy team, her A2 is not gonna be as effective. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. It's not enough to just bring a Cetalia or a Kaimar next to her and expect her to deal insane damage, even though she will be dealing a lot of damage, but she won't be hitting as hard as you might think she will, you know. So unfortunately, they're all the same teams over and over and over and over again. But let's give it another go on Nico's team right here. So, Madame Series. Let me find her quick. I don't think I have any other champion to lend me some debuffs with so much accuracy. And for... Actually... There she is. We just built her before as well. So let's give her a go like this. She's gonna put block debuffs on the team because they have shield. So, let's see. Okay, he got resisted unfortunately, so we're not gonna hit the hard on Mountain King. But we put the rest to sleep without having defense down, okay? And we had block debuffs, so we got protected against Krisk. Okay, let's rather boost the turn meter, okay. Okay, no debuffs there either. Unfortunate. Why not though? I didn't saw the part getting resisted with her A2 on a Lady Kim. Maybe I missed something. Weird. And MK didn't have block debuffs either. So some weird stuff happened there. But Lady Kim, Ray together. So Lady Kim is good against teams like this. I feel like a lot of you guys jump quickly and said, well, Skratch, you called that champion bad. I haven't called her bad. She's not amazing for endgame. She's not game-changing. That's what I meant. But some people like to dramatize a bit more. So, yeah, it's not like I call her bad, guys, okay? Just to make that a bit clear here. Let's see if I'm faster than Hell Hades. I might not be. I hope I am. Whew! At the limit. Look at that, guys. At the limit. Okay? So now, either I buff that speed, which I feel like if I don't buff speed, it's gonna cost me. If I buff speed... Again, it's still gonna cost me. So what should we do? Should we decrease the speed and turn meter, right? I think that would be a better choice. Okay, we got that down. And they still... Oh, that was so close. That was so close. So, I probably don't have enough accuracy to strip his Duchess, strip his Siphi. But I'm confident I might have enough accuracy to strip that Warlord. Even though we have debuffs right here, okay? That Duchess still didn't took a turn. I'm still gonna risk it and go with the A2 here. Okay? You see, reaction proc, that's what I meant. She didn't took a turn. Siphi almost died. Arbiter almost died. And that's without defense down. Okay. Again, that's not gonna make a huge difference. Warlord, don't go in front of my... Dang, that was so close. She's pretty slow, my race, so she's not gonna make such a huge difference when we're in a speed fight here. But Lady Kim, she doesn't seem to help as much as I would have expected her to help, you know. Firstly, when I read her kit, I was like, wow, I cannot wait to get a champion. But then trying her out and just paying better attention to the kit, I felt like she's just not gonna do what we need her to do. So unfortunately, with Lady Kim, we're not able to win here and without having that defense down. So it wasn't enough for the team to beat Hell Hades. I feel like we tested Hell Hades recently so much, he's gonna feel so good with his defense. He's gonna be like, damn, nobody can win against my defense, you know? Let's give it a go against this team right here. Okay. So again, we already have speed, increased speed, so we're gonna try to use the A2. We decrease the speed, decrease accuracy. Okay, she boosted a bit as well there, so we're gonna put that Randa to sleep. Bang, easy, 140 plus K hits, so her A2 hits super hard. Now, let me take her in for a spin in the Doom Tower. Let's try her out on floor 105. We don't really have a force champions here. Of course, you're gonna have to set up the AI on her, guys. You gotta make her prioritize her A2 whenever she has it available. If no, again, she's not really gonna use her A2, which kind of, that's the point. We want her to use the A2, so let's see what sort of damage she's gonna deal here on these ads. So Venus, do your thing. Okay, we almost one-shotted Soulless here, which is a defense-based champion, super tanky. We one-shotted Royal Huntsman there. Seems like, what's his name? He's still alive here. I literally got a lapsus, completely forgot his name. What was the name of that orc champion? I'll remember it by the end of the run, most probably. But let's see here. Now, I don't have a Chimera in this team to actually reset the skill cooldown. Let's see. Okay, defense down. We're gonna use the A1 probably. Not a big damage there. Now, we don't have enough accuracy to actually strip the enemy team or freeze the enemy team. We got a tag down from Elton. That can be a bit of a problem. And her A2 still dealing pretty good damage, even with the tag down. Now, the next build I want to try on her, guys, is going to be purely focused on accuracy. Yes, you can make a hybrid build from her, like how I said, giving her accuracy, crit rate, a bit of crit damage, and attack. That's kind of how I used to run her ages ago when Tormin got released. I used to run her together with Tormin and Ignatius. Man, they used to be so much fun together. She used to strip the buffs. Tormin used to block debuffs on the enemy team, and with the HP burn from Ignatius, it used to be such a nice team. It's like Tormin always going crazy, like he was unrelentless. Was a nice combo to use. Definitely a lot of fun. Now let's see, we have a Duchess here as well. We have two Trandas. We have two Yannickas as well. Okay, we had no debuffs whatsoever. The damage was not great there. Hopefully my my revivers, they're gonna survive. Seems like I only had that Duchess alive there. That was pretty scary, man. I gotta say it. Seems like we might lose it. We might lose it. I really had hopes that that Warlord is gonna heal a bit, but seems like he did not. Ray, A1, not enough. Okay, we lost Ray again. Feel like Seafish is gonna revive. Awesome. Do you have your A2, Ray? Tell me you have your A2 available. I think you still need another turn for it. Let's see. Okay, that's the A1. But yeah, guys, she does deal damage. That's kind of like what we try to see here. Definitely deals a good amount of damage. So it's taking us around 3 minutes with a crazy team like this to clear these waves. That just shows how long it takes us to clear the content in the game every day, man. They really gotta work it out somehow. They gotta step up and do something properly that everyone has access to. Okay, 3 minutes. I'm curious to see the total damage at the end. Nobody really deals damage here. I mean, Venus, she has a bit of crit rate, but barely any crit damage. So, Ray, almost 2 million damage. Venus, 500,000. The rest, they barely dealt any sort of damage whatsoever. So, Ray, not bad at all. So, we completely changed the build on her. She can be like the element of surprise for your arena team. If you decide to keep her in defense like this, a lot of people won't really expect Ray to be the way she is right now, okay? Well, a few people will expect it, especially the ones that they really know the game, but if you build her fast, high accuracy, she can strip all the buffs from the enemy team, right? All their immunity, their attack up, etc. And a very high chance to freeze the enemy team. That can give you a super high advantage, can more or less win you the fight. Now, total stats on her, guys, 45k HP, 3.3k attack, 2.7k defense. we literally focus speed accuracy. Almost 300 speed, 591 accuracy, immunity and a perception set. Masteries, offense and support trees. So on support, I went with Eagle Eye. Now, why didn't I took different masteries for support? Why haven't I took Arcane Celerity, Rapid Response, etc.? Well, once she uses her A3, she's not gonna be as viable anymore to deal much stuff in arena, especially if you don't have crit rate on her. So I took some nuking masteries for her, except tier 6. Now, if you have decent gear, guys, you can lower the amount of accuracy you have on her and try to give her full crit rate next to the stats you see on the screen. But not a necessity to go 5k attack, 300 crit damage and 100% crit rate. No, if you have 100% crit rate, you have 3k attack, you have some crit damage, 100 plus, 150 crit damage, and a high amount of accuracy, she's not only gonna debuff and surprise the enemy team, right? She's gonna deal some damage as well and slowly kill the enemy team. So that's another thing you might wanna keep in mind. Now, literally this is the gear I took from Lady Kimi, from the video we did yesterday on her, just to show you what it means to have a game-changing champion on your team. Let's try her against some of these teams. Now, we're gonna have to probably run her around like this. She's gonna be a debuffer rather than a damage dealer, so I will have to bring a damage dealer next to her. And who else better than Tranda? So let's give it a go here. Hopefully, not a lot of them are faster than me. Okay, so we freezed all the team except Ray. Freeze landed on them as well, so they can't really do much. Of course, if they have a Sifi on the enemy team, they do have pretty high chances of getting in out of the freeze, to say like this, you know. So that can create us a bit of a problem. Now let's see, that Valk actually might get a turn before us. No, she's not. Okay, so reaction proc. Those reactions, guys, are so annoying. So you can actually run this as a defense, for example. So this is nothing new, honestly. I just wanted to point you this thing here, because probably a lot of you guys are not that familiar. Let's give it another go here. Unfortunately, these are the teams I can test for arena, guys. I know they're not the best, but hey, this is what content creators are running, so let's give it a go. Okay, maybe this one right here as well. 150k power. It seems like all of them are around the same, which makes me wonder, are they really such big noobs with their teams, or they're just debating us here with their teams? So what other team we can attack here that we haven't attacked? We attacked that one. And Deadwood. Is Deadwood faster than me? I have a feeling he might just be, guys. Is he? Oof, at the limit. At the limit. Okay, we freezed everyone except Sifi and except her. But then we made in the damage with Tranda to wipe the team. So throw in a Nuker in there as well, guys. You might surprise the enemy team. But do let me know your thoughts on Ray, guys. You feel like she's going to be better now that you can actually make her use her A2 as well and deal that insane damage? Or you're still going to prefer to run her as a CC sort of champion? I do appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more content, turn on notifications to see when we upload next, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.